are y'all going to speak to competitions? You are?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Then I'm going to let you do that.
You can just chime in once I say what I've got.
Perfect. So we'll chime in with that. But for the blood drive, if you can't work the whole day, we could do shifts. So if you're like, well, I could work from 10 to 12, and somebody says, well, I could work from 12 to 2 or 1 to 3, that will be fine. I just kind of need to make sure that I have somebody. We need people to work registration, and we need people to work the snack table, and we need runners to walk people to and from the bus. And of course, we will be using social distancing, and it will be outside. We will be outside, which is a good thing. So, see me, and if you have family members that want to get signed up, I've already got a sign-up sheet. So just let me know what time they want, and we will make it happen. Okay?
Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit is regionals, and that is our first competition. That date is to be determined. They're still working on it. But a few things, it's going to be entirely virtual. So we do know that it's going to be a virtual conference. The new guidelines for all the competitions are going to come out after September the 1st. So they'll be out the first week of September. That'll help you when you're choosing your event. If you look at the guidelines, it'll tell you what you need, what kind of things you have to study, if you need a partner, if you have a skills event, that'll be on there. And if you are interested in running to be a regional officer, if you will just continue to look at the NC HOSA website, they're going to put those up as soon as they can, and those are going to be due in October. So if any of you guys are interested in running for that, I can speak to tell you that that is a great experience, and I think each and every one of you would be great at it. So I encourage you to put in your application. Those will be due sometime in October.
And would you guys mind, so for regional, so those of you that are new to HOSA, so HOSA has a couple different facets. We give back to our community, and then we try to grow as healthcare professionals. And a way that we can grow is by competing in competitions. Okay, it pushes you out of your comfort zone. It forces you to study. It forces you to kind of up your game a little bit. So there are all kinds of different types of events that you can do that vary from taking a test on medical terminology, medical math, medical reading, all the way to creating a healthcare career display, to writing, to preparing a speech. All of this will look a little different. So we do want to look at the guidelines that are going to come out on September 1. And I will try to share that link with you as soon as it comes available. I'll send it out via Remind, because, you still want, I know it's not going to be the typical hype, but I'm telling you, they did a great job with state and nationals virtually. So it's still a lot of fun. I was screaming from my living room. So I highly encourage you to do it. It is a great opportunity. It is only going to grow you as a person, and it looks awesome on college and career job applications. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I think that's all we have. So you can add whatever, and then we're going to do a question if anybody has questions.
So I want to talk about what, well, first of all, do we want to talk about what HOSA's service project is this year?
Yeah, we can. I can talk about that. A HOSA project gets voted on every 2 years at international conference, and this year we changed from the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation to Be the Match. And this organization hosts drives, and they test you and see if you're a match to donate organs, to donate blood, bone marrow. It's a more spread out thing than just a blood drive. It helps more people, and it's more specific and more spread out to what others really need, what they truly need. So we can organize a day for that. We can do fundraisers. We just have to kind of make some decisions on that.
Okay, so just keep that in the back of your mind and think about, if that's something we're really passionate about. We actually have someone in our school system whose daughter recently had to receive a liver to survive. So I really feel like this came at a really great time. I feel like we would get a lot of support in our school system if we wanted to do some sort of fundraisers, even just for like the teachers and the Jackson County community of some sort. We could do something. We can figure something out. So just be brainstorming on ideas and bring those to myself, Ms. Smith, or any of our HOSA officers. And then something else that has really laid on my heart recently that I want to take to a vote here and let you guys decide what we want to do is I feel like here in our local community, we have a huge need in our nursing home population they need some help. They need some assistance from the outside world. They are not getting to see their family. They are not getting to do any social activities. And Ashley, you can speak to basically how depressing it is for them to sit in their room all day long.
It Ashley, really is. Like, I'll go into work and they'll be like, is it time to go outside, or can we go to the dining room? And it's hard, but you have to tell them no every single day.
Yeah.
Some of them, like, they can like be at their door and stuff, but like it's not their usual thing they want to do. They cry a lot because they just sit in their room. Like, there's literally nothing else they can do. They might get to go on a walk outside like once a week with therapy, but that's like the only outside time they get. And their families can only come see them at a window. But if like they don't have a windowed bed, then like they really differently doesn't come and see them. So they're really sad and depressed about it.
So Skyland Care Center is really good to HOSA. They've made donations to us in the past, and they're really good to our Nursing Fundamentals program. We graduated 8 CNAs in June, and all 8 have a job at Skyland Care Center. So we want to, I feel like it would be a great thing for us to give back to them and to our community members. So here's my thought that I want you, and I called the activities director yesterday, and she said we could do one of 2 things, and here's what I want you to vote on. We can actually adopt a grandparent where we would say, how many of you were interested in doing that? And let's say all 26 of you that are on here said, yes, I want to adopt a grandparent. Then they would give us 26 residents that didn't have family, that doesn't have a lot, that have a lot of needs. And she would tell us what they needed, and whoever you adopted, you would be responsible for them. Or we could do, she said, one thing that they're really struggling with right now is like crafts. Because again, they can't go and use the same material. And so she said that they're really low on supplies, like craft supplies. And I thought we could just, do a big tub of craft supplies and donate that to Skyland. But that is, I want this to be your decision.
Last night at work, there was a bunch of us, a lot of them that work evening are ones that's graduated from Nursing Fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
So familiar with what we're doing. We created a list of like who we thought were in need of things, and there was quite a bit. Like, we didn't really think about that there was a lot, but there was quite a bit that don't have hardly anything. Like, they have the basic things like that they need for a day, and then the nursing home has to provide the rest. So I mean, if you'd be interested in doing it, I would highly do it. It would help their life a lot because some of them need a lot of things that they're not going to get.
Right.
I think that we could kind of combine the two. Like, if we adopted grandparents, then we could throw, like, how Michael's does like those craft kits.
And that's what she said that they needed was like individual craft kits.
Yeah, so like we could buy those, and like even if like one of us had to buy it and then like distribute it to like put in their individual things, I think doing like the adopt a grandparent would give us more of an individual connection with them.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And you could write letters to them, like they would give their name.
They love getting cards.
Yeah, and then you would be their grandchild, and so like you could make cards and make a connection with them, what I would do is like send a picture, like get a picture of yourself, put it in a card, introduce yourself, and be like, this year I'm adopting you as my grandparent. I'm so excited to get to know you. They may even write you back, and so I think it could really be a beautiful relationship that you could form. You could maybe even go and say hello to them through the window on the weekends, and you could truly make the end of someone's life so much better. Like, it just about makes me want to cry, because I just cannot imagine how excited they would be to get that. So if you are interested in adopting a grandparent, I need you to let me know so that I can formulate a list and then I can get you a grandparent. Okay. But I'm really excited about that. I think that could be a really, really beautiful thing. They had given me, hang on one second. She had given me like a list of things, this would just, you could go to the Dollar Tree. Like they love like the paint by number stuff. They like to paint. They like the big lettered word searches, playing cards, coloring books, crayons, magazines, individual crafts. They would let you know if they could have candy or, just in something simple. I mean, it doesn't even have to be an elaborate gift every month, but maybe just once a month you could get them just a little something to let them know that you care and that you're thinking about them. Is everybody okay with that? Yeah. Okay. Well, then that makes me happy. I'm really excited about that. And then before we kind of get into question and answers, basically we will just probably keep the Wednesday at 1 o'clock meetings once a month, to try and just keep some consistency. And then of course I will send out reminds. We have our website, and Hannah is going to really try hard to keep us all connected during this really extremely difficult time of social distancing. So do we have any questions?
What day was the blood drive?
So the blood drive is going to be September 19th.
Okay, thank you.
From 10 to 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And yes, and if you want to work the blood drive, please let me know as well, so I can we can make a sign up sheet and make sure we got enough people to cover it. What else? Any other questions? No. And about dues, so I was speaking with our chief of academics, and she was, I just need to solidify a couple things about dues, about making sure that it is okay for you guys to mail in and all that. I think it's going to be fine. She thinks it's going to be fine, but I do need to touch base with our person that manages money here at the high school and just make sure that we're a go. And then once we are, I'll send out a message on remind. Okay. And then go to our website and vote on your favorite t-shirt, because I would like to get that in the works. We order from a guy that's not from here. He does an excellent job. He's the one that did these. And so I want to get those ordered so that we can get those in and get you guys to pick them up. Okay.
Is the gender application on the website too?
The HOSA application is on the website, and everybody does need to fill that out, because what I'm going to do is we're going to print those out and keep a notebook, and make sure that we're organized. And that's where I'm going to get your t-shirt size and any information that I need, because I have to enter all of your names once you apply. I have to then take your application and enter it into the North Carolina HOSA database. And that's where your dues go. So 10 of your dues will go to regionals. The other 10 goes to state. Then the rest of your money will be your t-shirt money. And if we get a discount on t-shirts and you have any money left over, that'll be in your pot for state. And if any of you had money from last year that you didn't use for state and you want to, put that towards something, just let me know. We can do that. Okay. Any other questions?